If you are currently running ads to a Shopify store, you need to know that your tracking pixel is lying to you. The ads are still spending, the dashboard still feeds performance metrics. Everything looks functional on the surface. But if you haven't audited your tracking setup since 2021, those metrics are mostly hallucinations. You're looking at modeled conversions, algorithmic guesses designed to fill in massive blind spots where real data is completely missing. Trusting those hallucinations creates a severe disconnect between your dashboard and reality. That gap is quietly draining your ad budget every single day. Let's check your symptoms with a side-by-side comparison. Meta tells you a campaign generated $50,000 in revenue, but on Shopify, your collected revenue sits at $40,000. This consistent 30 to 50% inflation means your tracking is broken. Symptom 2, you spot a campaign hitting a 4x return, so you double the budget. Instead of scaling up, your revenue flatlines. You are scaling based on a metric that never actually existed. Symptom 3, your overall site traffic is steady or even growing, yet your custom audiences, people who added to cart or bought in the past, are mysteriously shrinking. Your retargeting pool is actively springing leaks. Symptom 4, you kill off a losing ad to scale a winner, and overall performance tanks. Because the pixel can't accurately tie a specific purchase back to a specific ad, your creative testing has devolved into a total guessing game. You might think these are just algorithm changes or creative fatigue. They aren't. They are interconnected symptoms of a severed data pipeline. To understand the break, we have to go back to April 2021. Apple rolled out app tracking transparency in iOS 14.5, requiring apps to explicitly ask permission before tracking users across other websites. Roughly 80 to 85% of iPhone users clicked Ask App Not to Track. Overnight, Meta lost visibility into the vast majority of iOS purchase events. The Meta pixel still fires on your site when someone buys, but when that signal tries to travel back across the internet to connect the purchase to the ad they originally clicked, it slams into a wall. Just look at your own Shopify analytics. Upward of 70% of a typical store's traffic comes from mobile devices, and a huge chunk of that is on iOS. The specific platform where the vast majority of your customers are browsing and buying is exactly where the tracking mechanism completely collapsed. The fix requires abandoning the browser entirely. You need to implement the Meta Conversions API, or CAPI. Instead of a fragile pixel, CAPI routes purchases straight from Shopify's backend servers directly to Meta. This server-to-server connection bypasses iOS restrictions, so data flows uninterrupted. Just navigate to the Meta Sales channel in your Shopify admin and toggle Conversions API on. Building this server bypass is the only way to restore verified ground truth to the data feeding your campaigns. Warning tone. But turning on CAPI introduces an immediate danger, running both the browser pixel and the server API at the same time. When a customer buys, Meta gets a ping from the Pixel and Shopify server. The purchase is counted twice, doubling reported conversions. To fix this, use event IDs. Deduplication tells Meta to look at the unique IDs, recognize the identical checkout, and consolidate them. Open your Meta Events Manager to verify this. If your recorded purchase events are 1.5 to 2 times higher than your actual Shopify order count, your pipeline is double counting. Failing to deduplicate makes the cure just as dangerous as the disease. You are still feeding inflated, inaccurate signals back to the algorithm. We are never going back to the tracking accuracy of 2020. But with CAPI running and correctly deduplicated, you recover enough signal to safely optimize your campaigns for actual purchases, rather than lower intent events like add to cart. To build resilience, start tagging every ad URL with UTM parameters in Google Analytics 4, or implement a third-party attribution tool like Triple Whale or Northbeam to act as an independent backup. Ignoring broken tracking wastes your current ad spend, while simultaneously poisoning Meta's machine learning engine with garbage data. The algorithm optimizes based on the signals you send it. If those signals are noisy and incomplete, its targeting decisions get progressively worse. Over time, your ad account's performance begins to rot, creating a death spiral that drains your budget. Fixing event deduplication and pixel health isn't glamorous work, but it is the mandatory foundation for your business. You can dive into your settings and fix the pipeline today, or you can book a free audit with LaVentures, and we'll find the leaks before the algorithm drains your budget.